To see Reptile on the screen.
Me too. I actually love watching some Reptile play. There's some awesome setups. Honeybee being one of the top players of Reptile right now. One of the ones I've watched the most. But Disaster here is going to be trying to get some setups in the corner. They're like invisibility setups. If he's able to launch with the ball and then get the acid on himself, he can go ahead and guarantee invisibility while he's sinking.
I could see that. I could definitely see that. Throwing out the Serena assist, you know, not really complementing any kind of like crazy mix with Reptile. I really like the Kung Lao hat to complement Reptile, which I see players like Hosner using. But Serena works too. Tons of damage. You know, you go string, Serena, string, launcher, and you know, just it's a very nice thing to see Reptile, who already has great combo potential, just be amplified by the right cameo.
Yeah, I mean, Serena allows him to also fish for those hit confirms full screen. Okay, you see Serena hit, you're able to dash your way in, and Reptile with his Reptilian dash and the death roll as well, usually going to be able to connect, even if it's just for a little bit of extra damage, but we're seeing a big amount of damage here in the corner.
Is he dead?
He is dead with the Fatal.
I don't know, man. That's pretty. Yeah, he's definitely dead. It scales, but it doesn't scale that much. And I guess that's worth it here. Oh my gosh, it scales so much. It scales so much, but you're right. It was enough.
I didn't realize that his Fatal scaled that hard.
I mean, I think it's just because the setup was with Serena. So the Serena causes a lot of the scaling. Yeah, death roll, a.k.a. street shark roll, going right into it and getting under those pesky projectiles. And if you're a player who likes to just constantly do things, I think Reptile might be the character for you. On top of the death roll, you have that overhead, so you can always be tricky, but watch out. If it gets fished out just like that, it's going to do a ton of damage, as we can see here. Yeah. Skeezer taking full control here. Never mind, Disaster fighting back with that dash, amplifying it to do a little bit more damage. Make it semi-safe. There's a flawless block gap, but might not see that story come to fruition.
And there he is fishing for those hit confirms again. Gonna get the side switch. I love that dash under, getting the side switch. And gonna go ahead and set Serena up so that there's gonna be no breaker, draining all of that bar that he can from Skeezer.
Ton of bar here. Oh, but that's okay. Moral victory going into the next one. I mean, you gotta wonder how much damage did he give up to drain that bar?
Right, exactly, because Serena is known as a just big damage cameo. Those projectiles she's throwing out do a lot to add to your combination, but it wasn't quite enough there to finish it out. For 1 round to 1, the Reptilian dash through, goes for the overhead again. Raiden comes in with an overhead of his own as well, gonna set up with the Storm Cell into the Cyrax. You have to hold all of this, and the patience we see out of Disaster, but he ends up getting opened up. And just the strike throw game there.
Yeah, gets the back throw here to connect perfectly. The down 4. Trying to fish for some super plus frames. Once that does hit, that's pretty much that opportunity, that opening, as you can see here. Raiden going in with buttons, recognizing that they can move way before their opponent can, and that's going to be Skeezer taking that first game. After a few adjustments back and forth, that first game felt extremely long because it was just going back and forth between both players in terms of different dominance and playing around different kinds of play styles. I saw a lot less death rolling there at the end because Skeezer did such a great job of punishing it a few rounds prior.
Yeah, Skeezer is doing a really good job of conditioning Disaster. And look at that, the call out on the Reptile ball, on the projectile, able to teleport, and look at this damage that he's going to eat just for trying to throw it out there. Gets caught by the Serena, anti-air, and good conversion. Probably could have gotten more damage off of that, but going to go ahead and keep this corner pressure going. All right, what's Disaster got here?
A lot of flawless blocking here, trying to minimize that chip damage from Serena. That is super duper punishable here. Good patience from Skeezer, just waiting for the opportunity, waiting for the moment to present itself and him seizing it.
Right, and now you're in the corner against Raiden. Doesn't close it out. Is Disaster able to pull something off? Has the back throw, has the corner, but has a big mountain to climb.
I mean, it's big, but it's not that big, especially if you bait that out. He's got the corner. He does add a little bit more damage. He does have access to Fatal Blow, and we are going to be seeing it here. Last time it did, I want to say 38. Look
Okay.
at that line. That
All right, I'm
line,
watching it.
that line is where 40% is. I think it's going to be very, very close and definitely going to come down to the mashing game. I think he's alive. He's alive! What percentage? He just dashes in there.
That was such a call out. Oh my gosh, for Disaster to just go for the reptilian dash overhead right there.
I mean, what else was he going to do, though? I mean, yeah, maybe he could have jumped, made it, or maybe teleported to make it lift. It was very, very, I think it was a good call. And unfortunately, that was a bad call there. Could have been a huge missed opportunity for damage, but on top of that, putting himself in the corner, and on top of that, putting himself in a very susceptible to punish situation, losing a lot of meter thanks to that Serena cameo. Yeah, that's punished. That's punishable. I think that might have been an input error. I don't think he wanted that right up close.
Yeah, for sure. What's interesting though is I have not seen Disaster use invisibility once.
It's a lot of Reptile players complain about it. They say, why does Smoke get to go invisible for free and I have to work for it?
Yeah, but I mean, he has gotten the setup a few times in the corner with the launcher and would have had the opportunity to do it and just hasn't taken it. I'm not sure if that's just not his play style or if maybe he's looking for a different type of play style with that Serena cameo.
Ooh, the down four.
Chip, 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 chip.
Yeah, Cyrex, keep me safe. Good blocks here. Never mind. Opened up, no problem. And Skeezer coming back from the brink of death here in the second game. And now in a very good position here. Has a little bit more meter. Right about the same health, obviously, as the round just started. Canceling into whatever he can. The Raiden passive coming into play here. The eyes glowing up.
Yeah, going to be really important. Those eyes glowing are going to allow Raiden to not take as much chip as he normally would.
He still has to block, though.
Yeah, he still has to block. At the end of the day, you have to block. But did you pay $70 to block?
I played $70 to play. I played $70 to mash.
Exactly. But we got Cyrex out here keeping us safe. Oh, the Reptilian dash and the reversal counter calling out that button press from Skeezer. Just jumps over the teleport instead of punishing it.
Yeah, I think Skeezer was looking for the anti-air there. The stand one just getting perfectly stuffed by Reptile. And Reptile does have options once he hits the ground. Now you can flawless block that follow-up there and actually full combo punish, but it's a very strange window to go for it.
Yeah, there was also really good game knowledge right there from Skeezer, knowing that he could neutral duck the Serena projectiles on the way back, but it wasn't enough. Disaster is going to be able to get on the board, and we're going 1-1. Oh, he's going into a fatal on the 1-to-1.
Statement. A statement.
It is a statement for sure. Reptile is hungry today.
Disgusting.
Delicious.
Absolutely disgusting. There's two types of people out there.
Exactly.
If you found that delicious or disgusting, that's it. There's no in between. It's one or the other.
Great round start. Here we go. Reptilian dash slide through. Gonna catch him in the toes with the low, but not able to connect with the overhead.
It's the back throw here. The slamming animation making him eat the pavement here in his true form. That sweep is so good. It's so annoying to deal with because he goes back to where he started with the sweep, and it's just so far ranged.
Exactly, and you never expect, like, it clips you in the toes where you don't expect. You're like, oh, he can't sweep me from here. Yes, he can.
It always feels like just like free damage for Reptile, and even when I block it, I'm just like, what do I do now? Now that I blocked it.
Yeah, exactly. There's no punishing it.
Yeah, you gotta put yourself in a big risk for the follow-up. But again, he doesn't get much from it. Just the sweep. It's one of those things that just kind of gets under your skin a little bit. Nice forward throw. Good or lack of recognition here from Skeezer. But hey, gets the Superman out of the corner, and now he's got himself a lot of real estate. Beautiful anti-air. Gets the nice conversion thanks to a bar of meter. And gets the follow-up, putting hands on him. Cyrex keeping it nice and safe. No flawless block is presented, so that means tons of chipper coming your way. Blocks the super slow ball and ready to poke out. He said, no, no, no. I've seen this gimmick one too many times before.
Exactly. Calls it out. What an adjustment there from Skeezer on his gameplay. Being able to call it out. Oh my goodness, the death roll going to be a huge punish here in the corner as well. You're just going to get the Cyrax launcher, even more damage. Misses the Superman though, and here's a really big punish for Disaster. He's really got to take advantage of this situation. You're in the corner. Are we going to get full optimals? He gets 34%, sets up into the death roll.
Yeah, the double low here. Oh, goes for the low again, this time armoring through it.
Oh, tries to death roll again, gets caught out.
He's going crazy. He's going crazy with these death rolls. I don't like it.
Yeah.
Super unsafe stuff. Gets the follow-up this time. He's got so little health there. Didn't have the bar for the last breath mechanic. And the only choice, the only opportunity to survive there was to just present a single flawless block. But we didn't see any of that. We got El Kukui whispering sweet nothings to Skeezer.
And that's definitely somebody you would want
Or
in your corner.
is that El Kukui or was that Mighty Unjust? Don't blame me, they're identical twins.
Yeah, I'm
They're
sorry.
identical twins.
I know one of them has tattoos and the other one doesn't, but that's about the only way I've been able to tell them apart.
I couldn't see them, but that's okay. It was one of them. It was one of the Unjust
Kukuis.
or Kukuis.
It was one of them. Either one of them, great person to have in your corner, great person to be giving you advice. Definitely top tier players right there. We've seen them winning MKNJ multiple times. We've seen them winning online tournaments, and they're also in this tournament. I believe they both have made top 64.
I think so. I think they will both made it out on winner's side, but.
All right, heading back into this. Skeezer is looking to stay alive and secure that spot in top 64. Disaster looking to fight his way back. Fishes out with the Serena. Doesn't get any hit confirmed with it. Oh, wow, what a bait.
Yeah, that's really it with Reptile having that option to kind of just jump in and mess with the trajectory of that jump in and really just defy any attempts of anti-airing there, including the, I believe, up block.
Oh, here's the invisibility.
He's gone. Where'd he go?
Where'd he go?
Where'd he go? Where'd he go? How did he know how to block that?
I don't know. I don't know how he knew to block that and get a full punish. Look at this. What was the point of going invisible? I understand Reptile players now.
I wanna like theory craft a little bit. I think he saw the camera moving, realizing that he jumped.
Ah, yes.
So then maybe that's why he was blocking high, but still, like a low could have come out anywhere. Maybe. I might be giving Skeezer too much credit, but I want to say that that's how he kind of was able to tell.
No, we're going to say that's what he meant to do. All right, Skeezer, big brain, but Disaster taking this first round, fighting back, looking to take us to a game 5.
Could be. Could be.
Teleport, good call out.
Yeah, that gap not being exposed there. Not a big enough gap to stick a normal or I believe even a armor in there, but you can flawless block that follow-up.
Yep. Oh, tries to get the shimmy in there a little bit. Gets caught by the Serena on the way back, trying to neutral duck.
Oh, that's not a trade you want to take. Not a trade you want to take. Oh, didn't commit to the rest of it. Didn't punish when he whiffed right in front of him and said, please punish me. That was absolutely an input error.
Yeah, Disaster was not ready for that input error and gets launched by Cyrax.
Yeah, I think he was trying to flawless block there, minimize that chip. The Serena summoning animation there getting punished by Skeezer. The Skeezer is just right on top of him afterwards.
Yep, and here comes the launcher again. Big damage from Raiden. Gonna go ahead and finish it out with Chip here in the end against Disaster. And Skeezer is sitting on the set point right now, looking to make it into top 64 on the loser's side.
I like how Skeezer didn't go for an unsafe Superman in that situation. He just jump kicked and said, I'm gonna wait to chip him out when he's on the ground. Yep. So many times in this set did he put himself in danger by, you know, the mis-execution error.
Yeah, exactly. So learning from his mistakes and definitely making the adaptation, that's a sign of a really high-level player for sure. In the middle of a set, being able to make that adaptation. The back throw, gonna throw Raiden into the corner, but Disaster still backing off, trying to make his way in behind the projectile, and gonna go with the low into the death roll. Disaster with a huge life lead right now against Skeezer.
Oh, Supermaning out of there. Doesn't want anything to do with that force ball. Doesn't want to go for a ride.
Nope. All right, Copper keeping it safe.
Oh,
but
tons of whiffs.
Whiff.
Tons of whiffs. He whiffed like 3 times
in
front of him. 3 times in front of him, but that's okay. He gets the follow-up, pick up the death roll to end it. Shout-outs to the Street Sharks. And 2-2.
Oh, we're going for a fatality again before we go into this game 5. Looking to make a statement on top of a statement here.
Don't like it.
Delicious.
Don't like it.
Delicious.
Don't like it at all. He kind of smiled when he did it too. It's just like,
A little
hey,
bit of a
man.
smirk.
Yeah, a little smirk. Hey, I'm on stream. I get to play Mortal Kombat. Skeezer going to character select, but I don't know if a different character is the way. Seeing a lot of input errors, but Could be Melina.
Yeah, could be Melina. I don't know.
Could be
He's sitting
Melina.
on- he's
Like I said, I
thinking
knew
about it.
I knew Skeezer as playing one of the most powerful women in the DC universe.
Okay, Wonder
So,
Woman.
Yeah, so maybe. No, never mind.
No, nope,
Tease.
nope.
Big
Oh,
tease.
Striker? No?
Yes,
Melina?
he's
Oh,
listening.
He's mixing us right
He's
now.
listening.
He's like,
He's like, this is for Wonder Woman. This is for Injustice 1 Wonder Woman. His favorite game, my favorite game.
oh yeah? And I mean, there is a video out there by Sajam that is called Injustice 1 was a game that people traveled and competed in.
Was that when he was talking about Superman?
Yes.
Yeah,
And he was
guys.
talking about the dumpster interactable and
Uh-huh.
all those lovely things. But we've got the Melina sector. There's some great setups that I've seen Melina's using with the sector, especially on Oki. But I'm curious to see how Skeezer pulls this out.
Now, something that Melina has that's a little bit better than Raiden's in terms of like a different, more aggressive version, her teleport. Going to be more of an attacking teleport, whereas Raiden's is more for like mobility, more for getting in on someone and trying to like whiff punish, where Melina's just like straight up, let me attack straight from this teleport no matter where I'm at.
Yeah, the whole thing with Melina's though is it's a lot more unsafe than Raiden's is. A lot
Oh, yeah.
easier to punish.
Oh,
but
yeah.
with the sector missile setup, if you try to punish, you can end up getting clipped by the missile, and then Melina is able to get a full combo punish on. Going ahead and spending Fatal really early here in this match. How do you feel about that?
I'm not going to dance around it. I don't agree with it. I don't agree with it because we've seen during this long set that fatal blow coming into play to win rounds, win games for Disaster. And, you know, you could be missing out on a big opportunity here, but maybe I'm completely wrong. Finds the open up here and does have access to that breaker, opting to use it so late, like 2 or 3 hits after they were able to do it. Oh, going in for the reptile dash.
Oh, and the shimmy there. What a backdash. Catching the toes into the death roll. Disaster is sitting on set point right now.
Totally wrong. I was totally wrong about using that fatal blow. It worked out. Disaster, a genius here.
Yep. See, this is why we're on the commentary, and this
There
is
you
why
go.
they're on the game right now.
Look at, yeah, it still took away so much meter there in that situation. Even with Melina's animation, just to like get on there, like she was still being summoned there.
Right, yep. Big
Hexed,
launcher
if you
here from
will.
Disaster. Disaster was a lot more comfortable
Oh,
in this
yeah.
matchup.
I don't think Melina was the right pick then. As soon as what I'm seeing here, that's going to be curtains for Skeezer. Disaster going to be moving on thanks to that death roll at the end.
Yep.
And Skeezer probably regretting that pick to Melina. I really hope